Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first of three games this weekend for your 2011 Vengeance 13U AA Red. That's not a mouthful. Stick around. I'm sure we'll have a lot more garbage to say. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start off with Irwin, Bowen, and Siegel with Regenton and Bell as your 2D. We're playing the Campus Wild somewhere here in Donningtown, Pennsylvania. Puck is chipped down by Bowen, and Siegel goes. Looks, tries to get it to Irwin. That's knocked away, and out come the Wild. Back check nicely by Bowen, but they continue forward to the Wild. Stepped up on by Bell. Shot. That's off the outside of the post, and taken by Regenton. He goes to Siegel, and now back behind goes Bell. He goes to Bowen, and Bowen chips it over. Not out, though. Had two there to get it through, and there's a shot wide in the corner. Pressured by Bell. He knocks it away, but does not get possession. Centering pass knocked away, goes to Bowen, and he'll outlet to Siegel. Siegel's going to push. Bowen and Irwin will get a change, as well as the 2D. So now we've got Zagorski and Cessna with Wilson, Giesman, and Anigan is going to be your third forward. We're playing 16-minute periods here, so 14:57 to go first period. And puck center, score! That goes in. Not called a goal, but appeared to go in and come out, but nobody signals. And now back on the Wild. They dump it in, and Cessna takes it, chips it around. Giesman goes back down, back up. And Wilson over. He's not able to get possession. It goes behind the net to Cessna. He takes a trip. There's a penalty forthcoming. And taken by the Wild. So the Vengeance going to go to the power play with 14:27 to go. Going to have the power play unit of Irwin, Guillory, and Siegel. See how long the power play is for. Everywhere is different. See what they put up. Irwin's going to step in. Nothing on the board yet. 1:30 is going to be the penalty call. And puck one down low. Guillory pressures. Taken by Irwin. And thrown to the point. Held in by Martin. And Guillory takes a look. Goes back to Martin. Martin walks. Shot. Save. Rebound. That bounces through everyone. And taken by Irwin. Shot. That doesn't get through. Irwin has it again. Knocks it behind the net. Siegel with the pressure. Up to the point it goes to Bell. Bell shot. Glove not held, though. The goaltender of the Wild looks to give up a lot of rebounds early on here. And down for icing. It is. So 13:51 to go with 54 seconds on the power play. Going to swap the forward unit and the D as well. We'll end up with Wilson, Castillo, and Bowen. By the way, Vinny's back. Welcome back. He's been down for quite a while with an injury. Great to see him back. So we've got Regenton and I believe Zagorski is the other. Wilson wins that one. It goes to Vinny. He dumps it down low and rimmed back up to the point. Goes to Vinny. He walks. Now goes to Regenton. He dumps it down low. And Bowen applies pressure. Now Wilson down low. He takes the puck. Look, centering pass. Just misses the stick of Vinny. And look out. Oh, just missed. Beautiful recovery there by Regenton. Up to Wilson it goes. And to Bowen down the middle. He gets hooked from behind. Shot. That sizzles high and wide. And to the point it goes. Held in nicely so far. And Wilson takes it. Dumps it wide corner. And in come the Vengeance. They're going to ice it. They are. And with 8 seconds remaining in the power play, we'll get the forward line of Poor, Monroe, and Anigan with Martin and Cessna as your D pair. So the Vengeance getting some bumps, getting some shots and some looks, just not able to get any rebounds. And back come the Wild. They drive wide. Cessna drives the player, knocks the puck away. Beautiful play there. He gets knocked down yet again. Could have been a penalty, no call. And behind the net. Martin challenges, centering pass, knocked away nicely by Poor, and up to Monroe. Now it goes to Martin, who pushes, and Anigan, who dumps. In behind the net. Monroe applies pressure, takes the body, and knocks the puck back down behind the net, and then up to the point. Taken by Poor. He chips it, continues on. Takes a leaping jump there to knock the player down. And Monroe in. He gets knocked to the ice by the rangy defenseman back there for the Wild, and it's knocked back to center ice. Taken by Poor. He looks. Goes to Martin. Martin chips it up, and the Wild are going to regroup. Monroe with the pressure. Now Anigan with the pressure, and Poor over. Nice forecheck there by the Vengeance. Monroe takes a big bump from, again, the tall, rangy defenseman. And centering pass knocks off the stick of Cessna and dumped down in. Cessna's going to be the first on the puck. He chips it around beautifully, goes to Anigan. Anigan goes. He takes a heavy bump from Wise, and down they go. Siegel tries to cut in deep, not able to do so. And he does battle. Now Irwin comes in. And puck goes to the point. Shot by Cessna, hits the defenseman, almost goes in. Deflected by their own defenseman at the last second. Bowen down low, goes to shot and save on Irwin's shot, and up to the point. And they drive wide, chip down low, and Bell comes over. He's going to play the puck. And nice maneuver there, and he's going to push. Look out, here he goes. And he outlets to Bowen. Bowen drives, he dumps it deep, and Irwin's going to go down. Apply pressure. And Bowen comes down to help out. Puck centered, and still loose behind the net now. Taken by Bowen. Shot. Rebound. Save. Knocked to the point. Tipped by. Nice play by Bell. And look out. Here they come. Over comes Regenton. And they come. Shot. That goes high and wide. And Bowen chips it up, but not out. And back down it comes to Bell. Bell gathers. Goes wide. Tries to go to Siegel. Hits a stick. And back down low. They go to the other side. Regenton over there. And centering pass. Shot. Save by Neat. His first shot of the game. 6 minutes in. So great job by the Vengeance there, not allowing a shot, though the board has it at 2-1 in favor of us. I'm not quite sure how that is, but the goaltenders had at least 14 rebounds at this point, but we're going to have, well, if you look at the board, it's 2-1. So Guillory, Castillo, and Kawhi knocks it up. He drives. Still looks. Shot. Glove saved and held by the goaltender of the Wild. Your defensive pair are Zagorski and Cessna. And Guillory steps in. And tied up. Taken by the Wild. Outlet pass. Chips past everybody. Down come the Wild. 2-on-1. Shot. Nice stick by the defenseman Cessna. And knocks the puck into the... up and out of play. And Guillory steps in. Excuse me. Shot blocked by Cessna. And now going to be taken by Zagorski. Outlet pass up nicely to Guillory. And Guillory drives. Goes wide. Tries to pull to the middle. Knocked away nicely by another tall defenseman of the Wild. And Zagorski comes over. He's going to get a holding call. Puts the hand in front and grabs the player. And down they go. And watch out. Wild shot. Save. So penalty kill forthcoming for the Vengeance. Looks like we're going to have Wilson and Giesman with Bell and Martin. Oh, waiting for the penalty to get put up on the board. Another minute and 30. We have it, and now we're ready. So keep an eye on Wilson. He's been very prone this year to shorthanded attempts and absolutely monstering it on the penalty kill. He chips, and there he goes, right as I called it. And he's going to drive. Nice defensive play there, though. Number 5 with the range again for the Wild. And no, horrible call by the official. He's going to call a trip on us, and it was just an absolute horrible call. A hold. He never even touched him. Wow. Wow. So, looks to be a hometown call, unfortunately for us. And we're going to have Poor with Bell and Martin. And Martin takes it, chips it high off the glass, goes to Poor. Poor throws it, but to the point, not out. And down behind. And Bell comes over, Poor over now. He shot, that sips wide. And in they come. Shot, that goes well wide. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass. That's a flutter puck. That goes wide, so we've got 40 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3, and then you'll have 23 seconds of 5-on-4 time for the Wild. Look out, man open in front, didn't throw though. Now they go to the point, challenged by Bell beautifully. Can he get it out? And he does not get it out. Beautiful work though to kill time. Centering pass, knocked away by Poor, and ice it. Just gets to the point again, not able to get it down the ice. Vengeance in desperate need of a whistle here. Shot, that sips wide again. And they will ice it and get the heat out of the hot kitchen with 6 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. .741 remaining first period. 5 seconds in the 5-on-3, and then like another 23 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. Puck won by Anakin. It's Anakin, Regenton, and Cessna. Shot coming. Neat sees it, gets smashed and whacked a couple times. Beautiful play there by Neat to deal with the player in front just whacking away. And the first penalty's over. And we'll have Siegel out now. And there's 19 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4. Puck over to the corner, out to the point, taken by Siegel. He chips it wide, not out though, and back down low. And taken by Regenton, and they throw it back down low again. Not Regenton, I'm sorry, Anakin. Now it goes to Regenton, and Cessna. It goes to Anakin, goes to Wilson, and we are now even. So they had one shot in 5-on-3 action. And that's it. So beautiful work by the penalty killing team there to limit the chances and opportunities for the Wild. And in down low, taken by Cessna. He fakes left, fakes right, but fakes himself right out of the puck. Now it goes to Regenton. Outlets to Anakin and goes to Wilson. Wilson's not able to hold on to it, and centers wide to Siegel. Siegel cuts in the middle, not able to get there, and the Wild look to break out. They go wide, miss everybody, goes to Irwin, and goes off the skate of Siegel. And over they go. Bowen pressures. Now he chips it up, goes just past Irwin, who will now be in the hunt for the forecheck. And they go back the same way they came out. The Wild do. Outlet up the middle, taken away nicely by Bell. And it goes to Poor. He takes a bump. And Bowen applies pressure. And it goes down low, up to the point. And taken by Martin. Martin, nobody there. Try to go D to D. Bell was back at the point, back at center ice covering. Now it goes down to Irwin. Irwin looks, hits Bowen. His shot gets blocked and goes wide. Tipped down by Poor to Irwin. Irwin looks. Now eats it in the corner. And it goes to the point. They throw it just down the ice, and it's a foot race. Martin versus the forward and of the Wild. Now, look out. Carter Bell with a nice hit there, drops the player. They continue forward to the Wild. And down behind the net. Taken by Bell. He takes his time, looks, outlets to Bowen. And we get a whistle for a penalty. Yet another phantom call in this barn. Apparently everything you do in this place is going to get called for something. Called him for a slash. So the hometown calls continue here. And we'll be on the penalty kill again. Guillory and Anigan with Zagorski and Regenton. That shot held. And Anigan to the point, not able to get it, and look out. Outlet it over, Guillory steps in the way. He chips it up just away from the stick of Anigan. And they're going to throw it in, onsides. It's going to be an ice. Why is that not an ice? He threw it from his own blue line on a penalty kill, and you don't give it to us. Like, it was clearly an ice. Anyway, sorry. That was offsides. Still no call. All right, and held in nicely there by the Wild. Chipped it back to center by Regenton. And the Wild chip it back in. Back on the stick of Regenton. He looks, throws it back to center red. And thrown back down to the blue line. The Wild regroup. 32 seconds remaining in the penalty. And thrown down the ice to Zagorski. He just dumps it and rips it all the way down. They're going to call that one an ice. And now we give them possession back in the zone with 15 seconds remaining. Be nice to slow down a little bit there and not panic and throw the puck. But it is what it is. We still got a face-off, and there's 15 seconds remaining. We'll have Wilson, Castillo, Cessna, and Martin. That one goes into the wide corner. And Cessna's going to travel for it. There we go. He chips it up and thrown right back down behind the net. Martin challenges. They go to the point to the Wild. Penalty over. Chipped in front. Nice play by Cessna. And Kawhi will step in for Irwin, who's out of the box. And they try to center. It doesn't get through. Wilson does battle. Now it goes to Martin. Martin outlets to Vinny Castillo, and it goes to Wilson. Kakai pushes the large defenseman. Doesn't really get anywhere, but got in his way, slowed him down. Cessna takes a big bump and continues on. Wilson's going to hound the puck. And he centers right there to Vinny, who misses, bounces off the backboard. Wide open look, a little rust to knock off there. It's been a while. That's an ice. And we do get that one because we're not on the penalty kill. So with 2:45 remaining, I still love the shots being as 4-3. Irwin, Bowen, Siegel with Bell and Regenton. Irwin steps in, wins that one back to Regenton. He dumps it down low, and Siegel goes and chases. Directs traffic when he goes down to get the puck. Goes behind to Irwin, goes back to Siegel, and in front, nobody there. Nope, not able to get it through. And Irwin pressures out to Regenton. He looks. Shot, that goes into the corner. And Bowen over, applies pressure. And now down and again, Irwin goes and pressures. This line working really hard down low. It goes to Bowen in his skates. He gets hit from behind, no call. And they do battle to a side. Now Irwin's going to come down and make it 3. As long as he stays on the right side of the puck. That's what you worry about. It comes out that end, and back they come. And Out come the Wild. Shot. That gets knocked into the corner nicely by Neat. And in behind the net, Irwin comes down. Now Bell has it. He rims it around, and Bowen gets it. Throws it over to Siegel wide. Amazing how quickly he gets out of the zone. Siegel comes down, centers to Bowen. Oh, he gets hammered. Going to call a penalty there. Hit from behind. And the Vengeance are going to go to the power play with 1:35 remaining first period. We're going to have Anagan, Poor, and Kawhi with, they gave him a 2 and a 10. Or they gave him misconduct. I'm not sure what just happened, but Cessna and Zagorski are your other two defensemen out there. Zagorski cuts in, not able to get the pass. Cessna comes over and covers. I like the movement, just need to move the puck a little more. There we go. Goes to, excuse me, Cessna, back down to Poor. And Poor looks, goes back to Cessna, back to Poor. And Poor shot, that zips by everything. And Kawhi down low works the puck free out of the goaltender's glove. That shot gets blocked. Goes out to the point, not with a lot of zip, though. And nice play there to keep it in for a second was Cessna. Now it goes to Poor. And he goes over to Zagorski. Zagorski goes to Kawhi. Kawhi drives, looks, pulls up, sets it up, tried to center. And now it goes to Poor. 43 seconds remaining in the period. And Poor goes to Cessna. Cessna cuts in. Shot, rebound, save made. So we've got Wilson, Castillo, Bowen, Martin, and Bell is your five, with 35 seconds remaining in the period, 30 remaining in the power play. Puck goes to the point, ice down, and we'll get a whistle now with 30 seconds to go in the first period. And Wilson steps in against the much larger forward, wins that one over to Bowen. He chips it down low, and out come the Wild. Bell challenges the player. He steps up, puck still alive, save made by Neat, and Bowen outlets it up nicely to Castillo, and Wilson's on it. He turns around, tries to center, and Castillo has Wilson, not able to get it there, still gets bounced around. And taken by Bell. And that'll do it for first period action. Thanks for joining us here. We'll be back momentarily. All right, welcome back. About to begin second period action. Irwin, Siegel, Bowen, Bell, and maybe Zagorski? Not sure. Regenton. So I've been corrected, and I'm glad to know it. It is Regenton, not Regenton. And, so we'll try not to screw that up anymore. We'll see. Old habits die hard. Bowen with the back check. Centering pass taken away by Bell. And over to Siegel. Siegel looks, pulls up, goes wide, and goes to Bowen. Bowen drives. He's got the centering. Got Irwin. Just threw it past him. Little bit behind him. Right idea. And Bell beats one, beats two, and he's going to go. He drives wide. Offsides. So 15-19 remaining. We're going to have the forward line of Guillory, Kawhi, and Castillo with Zagorski and Cessna, I believe. Cessna takes possession. He dumps it down, and in is Castillo. He continues to push and followed on by Guillory. Guillory looks, still holds, tried to center, hit a stick, and out come the Wild. They drive wide. Cessna turns, pushes the puck into the corner. Player rims it around, goes to the point. Shot, hits the skate, goes into the corner. And out to the point it goes. Back down low. And three there. Pinch the player off the wall. And taken by the Wild. Cessna bodied up on a much larger player. Beautiful work there. And up to Kawhi. He takes a bump, chips it forward, but not out. And back down low. Centering pass by everybody yet again. So the Wild finding a little bit of success here early on in the second period. And it's going to be taken by Castillo. He's going to hold. Now he's going to push. Turns, comes back. And doesn't move the puck. And it gets knocked back into the zone. Taken by Cessna. And a big hit there on Castillo. And they're going to call the player for rough. So to the power play go the Vengeance. Going to have Irwin, Siegel, Guillory with Bell and Martin as your 5. And puck won by Guillory. Goes to Irwin. To Martin. Back to Irwin. Irwin looks. Goes down to Guillory. Guillory goes back to Irwin. And now Siegel comes down low. All three down below the goal line. Probably not the way you want to draw this up. Tries to get it through. Does Siegel to Guillory. And that's knocked away. And puck outletted past Irwin. And we're going to get icing with 1:04 to go on the power play. And 13:36 remaining in the second period. So they're going to swap the power play unit and have Bowen, Castillo, and Wilson. And keep Martin and Bell as your D pairing. 1:04 remaining on the power play for the Vengeance. Wilson steps in and wins that one to Martin. Martin goes up the wall to Castillo. And they do battle. Chips it once, twice. And it goes to Martin, who just chips it back to center red. And it goes to Castillo. He's not able to get a handle on it. And they chip it into the Wild. Nice play there by Bell to come over from the weak side. Support his partner. And they pinch the wall, and Bell's going to hold it. Now he outlets nicely up to Castillo, who's sitting all the way at the other blue line, just waiting for it. Chipped off the wall to Wilson, and it goes to Bell. Bell fans on that shot and comes over. Is able to knock it down to Bowen. And he's centering. That's knocked away, and it's going to be nice. It is. Waved off for some reason. Horrible officiating, just absolutely clueless as to what's going on here. Bowen over to Castillo, and Castillo looks. He pulls up at the blue line. Now dumps it in. Penalty over. 12:30 to go. And the Wild outlet it up the boards. Cut off nicely by Poor, I believe that was. And he dumps it back to Regenton, and Regenton jumps it down. Now grabbed by Monroe. He tries to center, hits a skate, gets it back. Still tries to center, in front, shot, rebound, save! And they're going to ice it, and they do. And that's no ice, because clearly that player could have stopped that puck that was slapped as hard as they could into their skates. All right, outlet it up to Poor. Poor drives wide, steps to the middle, continues on, goes through the skates of the player, shot, that gets knocked aside, doesn't get through. And off the wall they come. Look out, Wild have a 2-on-1. Nice save by Neat. Hugged the post, took the shot high on the shoulder, pushed the rebound into the corner. Beautiful play. Block shot there by, who was that, Monroe. And down behind the net is Regenton. They go up to the point, and Anigan comes with the stick. No call. And Monroe outlets it over to Poor. He cuts wide, cuts back in, shot. Not able to get that puck settled and didn't get everything he wanted on it, but nice effort. Oh, that one clears through everything. And Zagorski steps up. That puck's dumped down. No ice. Grabbed by the Wild. And centering pass cut off by Poor. And puck knocked back into the corner. Centered to... Sorry, couldn't see who that was. Zagorski. Now it goes to Monroe. And Zagorski pushes. Now he backs up. And back checked by Zagorski. And taken and thrown to the point by Regenton. Now that's going to be an ice. They call that one. It's absolutely amazing, the missed icing calls. They don't miss them the other way, ever. Yeah. Irwin, Siegel, Bowen, Cessna, and Martin, I believe, based off of the size. Shot knocked aside by Neat. And that puck's rimmed back around the other way. And goes to the point, chipped aside by Siegel. Irwin not able to get there. And thrown up the half wall, taken by the Wild. Nope, they come back into the zone. And Bowen pressures. Thrown up the middle, taken away just off the stick of Irwin. And down they come. Cut to the middle, stepped up, shot, score. So after what can only be described as dominance for a period and a half, the Wild turn one the other way and are able to get it in. Let's see what happens with the momentum of this game. Centering pass up the middle, taken by Wilson, taken over to Giesman. He gets stepped up on by two, continues to push, drives, knocks the puck away, still wasn't able to get there. Oh, it hits the defense, or the shin pad of the forward was Wilson and kicked right in front of the net. Excuse me, puck into the corner, gathered on, centered, driven by everything, and thrown up to center ice. Anigan tries to get it. Now Bell comes on. Now Wilson. Nobody wants the puck. And the Wild take it. 9:02 to go. Body play there. Beautiful work by Giesman to come in and just throw the shoulder. Knock the player off the puck. They're going to call that icing. Still makes the icing call from his knees. Can't get the ones right when they're standing up, but when they're sliding around falling, they can get them. Anyways, we're going to have Guillory, Kawhi, and Castillo, sorry. And defensemen are, looks like Cessna and maybe that's Bell or Zagorski. I can't tell. The black jerseys and red numbers are an absolute, Zagorski are an absolute killer for old man eyes like mine. So the Wild try to come out from the corner. They go back behind. Body down there by Guillory. And brought back in. Centering pass clears everyone. And Giesman gets hammered from the side. Penalty coming. Or was that Vinny? That was Vinny, sorry. So Irwin, Siegel, and Guillory with Cessna and Zagorski. And that one's 1-2 Siegel. Outlets it right to the forward of the Wild, and he comes on a breakaway. Shot, save made. Beautiful save by Neat. And puck down low, chipped up high to Siegel. And he outlets it to Guillory. They have three back, but he goes over to Irwin. Irwin drives, pulls up, goes to Siegel. Siegel tries to cut down, goes to Irwin. Now goes to the point to Zagorski. His shot. Oh! That one hit the jersey of the goaltender and then hit the post. Over to Siegel. And he looks, circles, goes down low to Irwin. Irwin centering pass to Guillory, who would cut up high, but now to Zagorski. That one zips wide. And shot, save, and held by the goaltender of the Wild. 41 seconds remaining in the power play. You got this. Net's off. Yeah. All right, so Wilson, Castillo, and Bowen with Bell and Martin taken by the Wild. Back they come. All types of room. They cut to the middle. Look out. Shot. That gets deflected. Knocked into the corner. Wilson down low. Chips it up, but not out. And that shot all the way around. Bowen over. And gets dumped down to Martin. And Martin changes direction. Holds it now. Goes to Bowen. And Bowen throws it up to Castillo. He's in for a breakaway. Misses the net. I guess his name's Castelli. Sorry. I apologize for that one, too. I haven't seen the actual name. And it's been a while since Vinny's been here. And they go wide. Bowen steps over, knocks that one down. They go into the boards, but puck goes back to center red. And Bowen takes it now with a nice play by Wilson. And Bowen throws it up to Wilson, just past him, no ice. And centering pass, that's knocked away. Puck's in the feet. And they continue to go. Thrown to center to Castelli. Not able to get there, who continues the pressure, though. Now they outlet the center. And nice play by Castelli to back check. Puck knocked to Bell. And Bell goes to Poor. Poor goes to Castilli, who dumps it in. And now Jamison Monroe is going to apply pressure. That one goes into the bench as the boards are open. And we'll get a whistle now with 6:02 to go. So Zagorski and Regenton are your two defensemen. Poor, Monroe, and Anigan. That one's dumped down low, and Monroe's going to come down. Gives a rough ride to the player. Now taken by Poor. Poor looks, cuts back to the middle, not able to hold on to the puck. And they outlet it back to center red. Gathered on by Regenton. Goes up to Monroe. And Monroe dumps it down. Offsides. And we'll get a line change with 5:38 to go, second period. And Siegel, Irwin, Bowen, Martin, and Cessna. Puck's won by Irwin, thrown to Siegel. He gets stepped up on, continues to go, though, gets tripped. No call. The 4 official got it, though, and Irwin has it. He centers, taken away by the Wild. What are we doing here? Switching players really late. They're letting them do it. All right, so Irwin steps in. Knocks that one to Siegel. And Siegel circles up high. Dumps it down low. Bowen's going to have to go chase. He knocks it over to Irwin. Irwin goes up in the air back to Bowen. He's not able to handle that one, but now everybody's down below the goal line. Gives it to Siegel. Siegel looks, wraparound, save. Irwin not able to get the rebound. Siegel actually had room on the pad there, on the post, to tuck that in, but wasn't able to quite get his hands over to do so. And Bowen comes down, knocks the player, and Siegel goes, continues to drive. And the puck goes back to Bowen, who was just recovering from that check he had thrown. And now Bowen has it. He looks, goes wide to Siegel, and that misses his stick. And back go the Wild behind their own net. They come up. Bowen takes it away. He looks. Shot. Rebound. Just sits there. Oh! It got through. It just got through and died on the post. On the paint. And now it goes to Irwin. He gets pinched over, held off, and now it goes to Bowen. He's going to dump it, and they'll change. So close, yet so far away. Outletted wide to the Wild player. Back they come. Nice back check by Kawhi. And it goes to Poor. And Poor dumps it. And in goes Martin to chase. Goes through everybody, but back to Bell. Bell's going to wait until everybody gets on side, then dump it in. And from the wide side, you're going to have Hannigan pressure. He does. Pinches the player into the boards. And thrown wide. Kawhi chases. Now all the way back down. Bell's over. Holds it in, but now knocked out. And Carter looks. Outlets nicely to Hannigan. Hannigan gets hammered from the side. And shot. Save. Rebound. Save. Goaltender's having himself quite the day here for the Wild. Absolutely standing on his head. Regenton fights two at the blue line. Not able to keep it in, but we will gain possession. Bell's going to push. Look out. Here he comes. Drives wide. Centering pass. Hits one. Hits two. Too many people in the same spot. Bell still has it. He looks. Gets hammered by two. And thrown back to center red. Taken by Poor. He's going to regroup with 2:51 to go. Second period. And Hannigan dumps it. Wilson's going to come in. He's from off the bench, and he's going to apply pressure. They zip it around, and now Bell's going to come down. Jumps over his stick and gets chipped past Giesman. Now taken by Zagorski. He looks, throws up to the blue line, knocked to Kawhi, Jamison, Monroe, and knocked off of his stick. Centering pass. Oh, look out, rebound, save. JJ says no. So 2:14 to go. And we've got Wilson, Giesman, and Monroe with Cessna and Bell as your defenseman. Wilson chips it off the wall, overskates. Now it goes to Giesman. He gets absolutely leveled in the head. That's got to be a 10-minute misconduct. That was all headshot. Just absolutely leveled him to the head, and they're going to confer. It should be a 2 and a 10. It's the exact hit that they try to get out of the NHL, that back crack hit that comes across and levels the player right in the face. They're not going to call it? Yep, they do. Yep, they got the 2 and the 10 for head contact, so they need one more in the box. Zeiler seems to be good. He got up and went to the bench. They're getting looked at. He's getting looked at, but he seems to be feeling okay. I hope that's the case because that was a brutal shot. So Guillory, Irwin, Siegel with Cessna and Regenton goes to Regenton. No, I'm sorry. It's Regenton, but it goes to Zagorski. And now it goes over to Cessna. Sometimes I see the height back there and think, oh, beautiful outlet there to Irwin, not able to hold on to it. And back they come. Do the Wild. Nice play there by Zagorski. And Cessna holds it. Now he outlets over to Irwin. And knock back to center red. Zagorski takes quick pressure. And Irwin has it. Throws it over to Guillory. Offsides. On himself, I guess. They called him offsides on himself, even though he had possession of the puck. Wow. Okay. So we've got Wilson, Castilli, and Bowen with Bell and Martin. And that puck's one over to Bowen. Hits off of his skate, though, and goes into the zone. Bowen applies pressure, and they throw it back to center red. Goes to Bell. Bell outlets it past everybody, and offsides are the Wild. 41 seconds remaining in the power play. And Wilson steps in, wins that one forward. And Bowen applies pressure. They throw it back down and gathered on by Martin. Martin chips it back up the boards to Wilson. Wilson outlets wide to Castilli. And he gets met. Wilson comes over, not able to get it. And it goes. Castilli's not able to keep it in, though. Just not able to get possession here right now. Wilson bodies the player, pushes him to the boards, now takes it over. And look out. Wilson's going to go. Him and Bowman cross. Wilson centers, hits off Castilli, shot, save. There is no rebound. Seven seconds remaining in the penalty, 36 seconds remaining in the second period. We're going to have Monroe, Poor, and Anigan with Regenton and Zagorski. Official quick to drop that puck. That one's loose, knocked away at the last second by the goaltender. Poor right there, just not able to get to it. Shot blocked by Anigan, and Poor on the puck. He looks, goes high. Watch out from behind. And down low goes Monroe. And Poor over. Player for the Wild wants the test. Continues to push. Drives, still goes forward. Look out. Shot. That one goes wide. And up high. They keep it. That'll do it for second period action. Let's see if our Vengeance can start to put the puck in the net. They're getting the opportunities, just not burying them currently. Join you back here momentarily for what's hopefully a goal scorers fest in period 3. Alrighty. Welcome back to third period action. Your starting lineup's going to be Guillory, Castilli, and Kawhi, with Regenton and Zagorski. Puck goes to Regenton. He outlets it nicely up to Castilli, and he drives wide. Toe drag shot. That gets knocked over to the half wall and taken down behind the net. Applying pressure, is Guillory. He goes over to Kawhi. Kawhi centering pass. That goes up and over. Oh, shot. That hits a bunch of bodies. Doesn't make it into the net. They almost unintentionally performed the Zegers there, where the puck went up and over and dropped right in but weren't able to complete it. Nice play by Guillory to come down and knock the player down, prevent scoring opportunity there. Shot, and that's clear to the side. Out to the point they go. Good read there. And now Kawhi pushes. Not able to get there. Does jet it out. Nice play by Kawhi. And that one's thrown back to the blue line. Chipped back to Zagorski. And Zagorski looks. Now he goes over to Regenton. Misses him, though, but it goes to Kawhi. And thrown wide. And dumped down low. Regenton's got pressure. He throws it up the boards to Kawhi. Kawhi misses Guillory. And the Wild throw it on behind the net, Go down, go back to the point. 14:30 to go, third period. Blocked by Guillory. And still kept possession are the Wild. Look out. Penalty, net's off. Not sure how the net came off, but the net is off. And we'll get a lucky whistle for us there with lots of possession from the Wild. So very lucky to get a stoppage there and regroup, get some fresh bodies. We're going to have Irwin, Bowen, Siegel with Poor and Martin. Irwin wins that one, goes to Martin. He rims it around. Siegel was already at the blue line. He comes down to gather on the puck and goes back behind to Martin. Martin not able to handle it. They throw it to the point, chipped by Siegel all the way over from the other side. And now they look to outlet. Pressured by Irwin. Bowen steps up. Oh, that's a horrible call. Wow. So to the power play, go the Wild. So we've got Wilson and Monroe. Shot, that goes up and out. Zagorski and Cessna are your D pairing. And it goes to Monroe. He goes back behind the net. Looks. Goes up the wall. And Wilson battles. Now it goes to Monroe. He takes one bump, gets knocked down, and gathered on by the Wild. And Wilson in there knocks the puck free, goes to Cessna. Cessna goes wide to Monroe, who didn't see it coming. Chipped up, and Monroe's down. He's going to go back into the zone. Now he goes up to Zagorski, who smartly went up the ice. And thrown back to center red. Wilson applies pressure. And Cessna steps up. 41 seconds remaining in the penalty. Back come the Wild. Drive to the center. Shot. That zips wide. And in behind the net. Right in your kitchen there. They look. Backhands for deflection. Save. In the crease called. And we'll get a face-off outside of the zone.
Yeah, the opposing team can't be in the crease. It doesn't let the goaltender make the play.
All the time anyway. Hey, going against them. So.
All right, so we got too many on the ice here. All right, so we're going to have Guillory and Anagan with Bell and Regenton as your 4 with 22 seconds remaining. Bell will throw that one back to center red, gathered on by Anagan. And Guillory gets it. He gets it into the zone, not all the way behind, but into the zone. And 10 seconds remaining. Tick, tick, tick. Pulled up on Guillory, gets the puck. Oh, wow. Looked like it was out from here, but Fisher was on top of it, so. And icing forthcoming. .13 to go. Long game. That'd be because part of the reason is because it's a 16-minute period, and the other reason being that there have been a lot of penalties. So Guillory's back out. Castilli and Kawhi with Bell and Regent. No, I can't see. Yeah, Regenton. Now Guillory does battle. Now Regenton gathers it. Tips it up to Castilli. Kawhi has speed. Look out. And taken away. Off the skate of, I think that was Guillory. Now it goes to Castilli. Guillory in behind. He gets it. Looks. Tries to go to Kawhi. Kawhi takes a bump. Now Guillory takes a bump. Continues on with the puck. And he tries to center. Does. Backhand. Tic-tac-toe. No goal. Good God, how did that not go in? We can't buy one. It went from Guillory to... Yeah, it went from Guillory to Castilli, who I think tried to shoot it but missed it. It went to Kawhi on the back door, and I don't know if he hit it. I don't know if the goaltender saved it. I don't know what happened. Goaltender's getting bumps from his team, so I'm assuming he got something on it. Wow. Puck goes to Bowen. Bowen goes to the point to Poor, and now Irwin and Siegel are down low to work for it. Irwin gets it, looks, goes to Bowen. Shot, score! Beautiful pass. Finds Bowen, who just buries it, and finally gets the Vengeance on the board.
Siegel had it before that.
Irwin steps in, goes to Siegel, and he dumps it down. And they throw it up the wall. Wow, that thing rode the dasher all the way up. Nice play there by Martin to hold that in. Goes to Irwin, goes back to Siegel. Siegel, look, shot, save made. And Bowen down low. Tries to go behind the net, and gathered on by the Wild. Outlet it up, look out, they come with speed. And drive, shot, rebound. Nice play by JJ to kick the rebound out real far there. Bowen outlets to Siegel. Siegel chips it to the center. It goes to Bowen. And in behind the net. And Bowen has it. Does battle still. Now Siegel has it. And Bowen had it. Got knocked down. In behind the net, it's rimmed around. Stepping up is Martin. And Irwin the pressure. Siegel back. Cut to the middle. Look out. Shot. Score. So what was a 1-on-3? The player just walks in, cuts to the middle, and goes bar down. Uncontested. And it's now 2-1. Shots are almost 2-1 in favor of the Vengeance, but score is 2-1 in favor of the Wild. 10:09 to go. Third period. Zagorski steps up, knocks that one back. Cessna takes it. Good to see Giesman back. Wilson, Giesman, and Monroe. Cessna looks, goes off the skate of Giesman, and back on the Wild with speed. Zagorski steps up, and Cessna comes over. Giesman throws it up and just misses Wilson. Wilson's hounding the puck. And outletted back to center red. Taken by Zagorski. He chips it up the wall. Wilson had a feeling that one was tattooed for his face. Coach Wilson, that is, and he got a big old flinch. I hope we got that one on camera. Cessna has it, throws it wide over to Monroe. My camera person says probably not with disdain. Goes to Wilson. Giesman gets to Wilson. Wilson shot. That one kicks up and high. And Monroe wraparound, saved by, now Giesman's in front. Wilson's just everywhere right now. Shot by, man, that had to be at least 4 shots. All beautiful cracks at the net and just not able to tap-a-roo and get this thing back to even. And we've got Guillory, Kawhi, and Castilli, I believe, with Bell and Regenton as your 2D. Puck in behind the net. And Kawhi applies pressure. Now, nice play by Guillory to hold the man down. Kawhi takes a bump. And Guillory in the fight. Puck goes in the middle to Castilli. That gets knocked back into the corner, though. And rimmed all the way around to Bell. He chips it past one, but not the second. Back to center red. And taken by Guillory. He winds it up, cuts between one, tries to cut between a second. Does shot. That gets knocked into the corner. Just ran out of real estate. Beautiful play, hard work, penalty coming. High stick. So to the power play. And we're going to get a unit of Cessna and Martin with Irwin, Siegel, and Bowen. Irwin steps in, wins that one over to Bowen. Bowen goes to the point to Cessna, and Cessna goes back down low to Bowen. Bowen pushes, goes to Irwin, continues forward, now goes behind the net to Siegel, does Irwin. And Siegel goes behind Irwin. Back to Siegel. Shot. That kicks off the shoulder of the goaltender into the corner. Bowen goes over to Siegel, excuse me. Back to Bowen. Bowen looks, changes direction. And centers it to Irwin. Shot. That gets blocked. Now it goes to Bowen. Shot. That goes into the corner. And up to the point it goes. Taken by Martin. He chips it back down to Siegel. And Siegel goes wide to Cessna. Cessna walks. Holds it. Nobody on his side. We need bodies on that side. Cessna loses it. And back come the Wild. Cessna with a nice play at the blue line. Flips it up, and it goes to Bowen. Bowen goes over to Siegel. Siegel goes back to Irwin. Way to move the puck, boys. Irwin shot, and that puck goes into the corner. And gathered on by the Wild. They rim it all the way around. Martin comes down. Chips it down to Siegel again. Siegel looks, and tries to get it through to Bowen. It goes to the point, and back to center red. Taken on by Cessna. Cessna looks, goes over to Siegel. And not sure what happened there. We got a cluster of bodies, and we fight for the puck. Irwin gets it now, and it goes to Martin. Martin goes over to Cessna, and Cessna goes up to Bowen. Bowen goes wide, tried to go to Siegel. That gets cut off. And no ice. Penalty over. They actually let the player out early. I've never seen that before. The player was on the ice with a second left still. And it goes wide to Bowen. He chips it in. Tried to hit Siegel. That's knocked away. And Siegel gets tripped behind the net. No call. Martin down, or was that Poor? That was Poor down, sorry. And now back they come. Look out, 2-on-1. Hannigan on his high horse to get back. Shot, score. So disappointing showing here. The Vengeance absolutely stomping the team, but not bearing the puck, and now getting stomped on themselves 3-1 with 6 minutes remaining. in the third period. Taken by Regenton. And up to Monroe. Now to Poor. So right now, they're finding a ton of success just sprinting their speedy wingers down the offside and getting them in for, one-on-ones, one-on-twos, and just finding a way to use their speed to get by and get open and get shots and generate offense that way. They're sitting back. They're playing a four-man deep zone, it looks like, are the Wild, but they're just being very opportunistic with floating one guy up the ice and hitting them. So, save there by J.J. Neat. We've got Bell, Martin, Kawhi, Guillory, and Castelli. Guillory looks to be hurt. No, Bell looks to be hurt, sorry. He's going to the bench. We'll have Cessna come on for him. 5:32 to go.
Stare there and try to make sure the puck's in the screen.
All right, so regrouped by the Wild. Centering pass knocked away by Martin. Nice play there by Guillory to come down low, get a stick on it. And thrown up into the bench. We'll get a whistle now with 5 minutes remaining. Third period. Wilson, Giesman, Anigan, Zagorski, and Cessna are your 5. And it goes to Giesman. Now it goes to Anigan, then back to Giesman. Now Anigan down low. He applies pressure. Wilson gathers on. Centering pass, clears everyone, goes all the way back to center red. It'll be gathered on by Zagorski. And he outlets it. Goes to Wilson. Knocked off of his stick. Thrown back to the center and taken on by Cessna. Tries to outlet it. Does Giesman. It bounces off of his stick and back it comes. And offsides are the Vengeance. 4:21 to go. Irwin, Bowen, and Siegel. Regenton and Bell looks to be okay. He's back on. Irwin steps in and wins that one. Continues on, jumps it past everybody, and down behind the net. Irwin applies pressure. They go up the half wall. Bowen over, and that one's knocked all the way down in ice. Not going to get there, though. Bell changes direction and outlets it up to Siegel. And Siegel drives, goes sideways, dumps it down. And Siegel applies the pressure. Bowen in behind the net, takes the puck away. Looks, hits a skate. Not able to get it there, but back out to the point. Irwin does battle, and it goes to Siegel. Siegel still has it. Looks. Thrown in behind the net. Irwin down there. He does take on 2 Wild player. Siegel there now, and held in nicely at the point by Regenton. Bowen covers for him, and now Irwin does battle. And they're going to try the other side, are the Wild. Now cut up to the middle, and Cooper Siegel with the hip check sends the player flying.
We didn't catch that one on video.
3:09 to go. We've got Poor, Monroe, Anigan, with Cessna and Martin. That one goes over to the corner. It's up the blue line, I'm sorry, and knocked in by Martin. Goes to Monroe. Monroe dumps it, and Anigan does battle. Taken by the Wild. And thrown back to center red. There's one of their flyers again. And Martin down low, though. Cuts the player off. Centering pass. Defensemen come in. Look out. Shot. Save. Rebound. Cleared away by Monroe. Outletted it to Anigan. He loses the handle. Goes back to Poor. And offsides are the Vengeance.
I like it better the other way. The problem is I hit the button and it doesn't always register.
All right, so Guillory, Castilli, and Kawhi with Zagorski and... Sorry, I got to take a break here. We lost power, or losing power very quickly. This rink's pretty cold, so give me a second to get hooked up here. Get us some power so the laptop doesn't die. And shot, save by Neat. Thank you. And Zagorski takes it. And that's chipped off of his stick. Thrown back to center red. Kawhi chips it, but not out. Not in, excuse me. And sounds like offsides is the call. All right. Crisis averted. We have power. All right. Let me just verify. Yep, we have power now. So Bell has it. We've got Wilson, Giesman, and Poor with Martin and Bell. Martin's going to grab this one. Goes back to Bell. And he throws it up to Poor. Poor goes to Wilson. And Giesman takes it and goes over to Poor. It's not pretty, but the puck came out, and they're moving it forward with speed. Centering pass. That's knocked to the side. And back come the Wild with all types of room. And shot blocked by the Wild player, and it goes to Poor. He chips it by one now. Wilson in a battle. Continues on, knocked behind the net, and Poor over to gather on. 45 seconds remaining. And that one goes to Martin. He goes down to Giesman. That shot gets blocked. Into the corner, thrown back to the half wall, and back to center red.
You don't have any time.
Dumped in. And no one's pressuring. No one's going to chase. We're in the midst of a change. And Siegel applies pressure. And continues on. Player loses an edge. Siegel falls on top of him. Comes out with the puck. And Bowen shot. Save made. Beautiful feed there. Siegel again looks. Looks. Comes out hard. Back to Irwin. Beautiful pass. Nice play by the goaltender to get a stick on it. Wow. All right, so definitely outshot him 2-1. But unfortunately came up short on the scoreboard this one. All right, I'll leave you here for the handshake line, and we'll join you back here in just a few short hours for game number 2 here in beautiful, sunny Philadelphia.